How to draw creatures that would like to eat you. We have a creature monster thing right here. It looks pretty gnarly, it looks pretty nasty. I would absolutely run if this one was chasing me. So I got my favorite pencils here. I got my kneaded eraser, sharpener, everything that I need to finish this drawing. We can just start with HB, just to shade the head a bit. You can see there's a lot going on. It's got many details. It's supposed to be hair on this one. I'm not gonna do too many details just to start. Get some nice values in there. A nice starting point. You see how I'm holding the pencil? I'm not holding it like this. Never shade like this. You shade like this. Then you will get an even grade of graphite. Just smooth, take your time. Don't hurry. Drawing is pretty time consuming, so you need to have that in mind, that it takes time. It should take a long time to finish a drawing, especially with many details. I think we can switch to a bit darker grades. Maybe I'll use the 4B. I'm constantly looking for things to draw, like it can be from games, it can be from movies, it can be from your dreams even, if you have nightmares. Some people have frequent nightmares and they write down their dreams, both good dreams and bad dreams, and they kind of look for a pattern. I have had some nightmares where I was chased by this, like an old woman. I was running as fast as I could, and still she kept up with me and my speed, even though she was like 100 years old with a lot of wrinkles and just horror, you know, just horror. And I tried to capture the resemblance, but it just didn't come out the way I thought it would. So try to draw things you see like inspiration. Try to find something from the movies. You have so many scary movies with beasts and creatures, and that can be very inspirational. You can draw spiders, you can draw reptiles, snakes, ogres. Like from fantasy, there's a lot going on there. Maybe fantastic beasts and where to find them. Maybe you'll get something there. I'm gonna check that out actually. Maybe you can hear the plane outside. I'm living like 10 minutes from the airport, so every day you have planes flying. It's kind of annoying. If someday I get rich, I will move to the countryside where it's far from the airport and I will relax. But I will never get rich, so that's just a pipe dream, long shot. So all the legs, they will be the darkest here. all these legs because of the shadows. So I'll just make them darker right now so we can get more contrast, make this pop a bit more. It's all about the contrast. Like I said in the previous videos, contrast is huge. And all the values, they will pop. And make sure you use them. You don't have to use them all. Like if you're good with pressure on the pencil, you can use like a black pencil, maybe a Prismacolor, or even a 4B, 6B, I don't know, dark grade. You can do a lot actually with that. So the pressure is everything, and control of the pencil. Make sure you control the pencil and the pencil doesn't control you, because then you're screwed. So that's something to keep in mind. Now I'm just adding shades to kind of separate the legs so you can see them better. And when I take my time with my drawings, when I actually don't rush it, I draw very slow, then it gets a lot better. But that's the thing, like you want to produce many drawings, you want to draw. Maybe you have different projects, maybe you have different YouTube channels like I do, so you need to keep up with them, and you're kind of busy, you know, with family, full-time job. Sometimes you draw on borrowed time, so it's natural to kind of rush your drawings. But if I spend hours on a single drawing, it will look amazing. Usually I draw for maybe 20 to 45 minutes, and it's like decent, but it could be a lot better. Trying to go in the direction of the skin and the folds and the wrinkles and the hair, the fur. Whatever you're drawing, it's got a certain direction, and it will look way more natural if you follow that direction. You can't just choose a path, you can't choose a direction. It's got to look natural to be believable, especially if you draw from imagination. So if you want to draw beasts that would really like to eat you, like creatures or whatever, they need to have big teeth, and especially the eyes. This one looks like it's insanely crazy, just no mercy. So if you're into concept art and you like to create characters, keep that in mind. Like if you have those, it will look pretty nasty. That's what it's all about. You don't want it to look nice. It's almost like you don't want to touch the paper. As soon as I started sketching this, it was like I was almost afraid of touching the paper, like, don't eat me. So if you're feeling that too, I think that's a good sign that maybe you're onto something. I'm not gonna go and add too many details on these legs because they have hair. So I'm just gonna do some basic shading. I don't really have the time to go all in today. I have some stuff going on in the house, So this is just a basic tutorial thing for you guys. If anyone's watching at all, I don't know, because this channel is brand new, so it takes time to find an audience. And you never know if you will ever have one. So I'm doing some circling around to add some interesting texture. That's a favorite technique that I use. It can be small circles, it can be big circles, but it does so much and it gives so much life to your drawing. So combine that with hatching, maybe even cross hatching. This is cross hatching if you don't know, like this. You hatch lines and then you go in the opposite direction and do this. So that's also a way of shading to get it dark enough. That's cross hatching. And also pay attention to hard lines and soft lines. If you're new to this, if you're a beginner, that's something that you need to look at to make your drawings more realistic if you're going for that. There's so many different drawing styles. So many different techniques. But it all comes down to preference, really. Like, everybody shades in a different way. Maybe if you use color, maybe you're going your own way, your own style, trying something else. I'm doing some hatching now in this direction. Gonna give it some more character. Doesn't have to be much. It adds a lot to the drawing. You know what? I think we can use maybe a blending stick for this one. Just to kind of get it going, just to kind of, I think this one takes a long time, so this is a bit time saving if you have one of these. So I'm gonna shade just a little bit. And I'm gonna take this blending stick and I'm gonna smudge it like this. See that? Like that. See how fast it goes? Just by doing that. It's insane. But if you do too much of it, you will kind of lose some details. You will kind of lose the lines because you are just smoothing them out. So try to not do it everywhere. Do it especially where it needs to be soft. For example, on corners with shadows. We can use them here, I think. And on the gums. And we can add some details, some wrinkles, some spots, moles. If you have moles, you can use them for moles too. Like that. Pretty much on everything. Alright, I think that's enough. Now we are going to draw some more with HB. Add some small details. Make this one look old. Make the skin look really old. Almost like it's 200 years old. I think I'm going to use the blending stick for the eyes. Just fading a bit gradient effect into the eyeballs. Like this. That looks kind of cool. Not do too many things on the eye socket, but try to get the fade and gradient effect like this, I think. I feel like this one would be a sick tattoo. Imagine having this tattoo on your, I don't know, arm, your back, on your leg, like a spider creature crawling on your leg. If my girlfriend had this on her leg, I wouldn't touch her leg at all, I think. It would be freaking me out. And also, let's use some more blending stick just to kind of fade this. And I do want to add some more in the eye sockets with pencil. And just to keep this clean, I'm going to use a paper, because often I lay my hand on top of it, and when you do that you smudge out the graphite. So I'm going to keep it like this. And I'm going to make it more smooth, make it more even Steven. And let's do it on the teeth too. We can do a little bit shading on the teeth. Some people hate shading, I love it. The only thing I don't love is that sometimes it can take a long time. That's why I use the blending stick, to make it go faster. It's a bit time saving. I'm just gonna call it quit. I'm just gonna lay down the pencil right now, and there we go. This is how you can create a nasty looking creature, scary looking creature in, I don't know how long this really took, and now it looks like this. So I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.